Blog Talk Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Can't jam a needle! Can't jam a needle! Can't crush a needle! Fan assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Again, you're straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You get down to straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star frog splash! You can't stop me! 5-star frog splash! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the yin and the yang! The balance of power that bends! You can't stop the yin and the yang! The balance of power that bends! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! I will levitate! Flick, kick you in the yam! I will decimate! You can prepare for! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! 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 Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Thanks, baby. That was SVD, and you are listening to RVD Radio. I am your host, along with SVD, Rob Van Dam. The whole fucking show. That's right, everybody.
RVD, motherfucker!
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. All that stuff. It's got to be on your mind. There's no escaping it. It's everywhere. It's all over the TV. It's all over your living room floor. It's under your tree. And I'm sure it's on your brain. It's the holiday season. And we decided we were going to talk about New Year's resolutions today because we're not sure if we're going to do a show next week or not. Maybe we'll find out, make up our mind before the end of this show when people call in or type on that message board. Let us know. Should we do a show next week? We were thinking of taking it off, but Blog Talk Radio producer Nikki Starr says maybe we should do a show next week. So I don't know. Me and Sonia are kind of on the fence about it. But anyway, we'll talk about Christmas today. We already talked about the spirit of gift giving, what's behind that, and we talked about the whole holiday thing. Sonia's a bit of a bah humbug.
I am not.
I know. I'm
just when it comes to Christmas cards. I don't know what it is about Christmas cards. I just don't like them. I think it's a waste of paper.
Stress. Do you feel like whenever we get a card from somebody, like, oh, shit, write them down, we got to make sure and get them one next year?
Yeah, there's that pressure. You're right. There is a little bit of pressure
We
there.
got so many cards, baby.
I know, and I suck at sending cards out to people. So if anybody that sent us cards is listening, I'm sorry. I don't send them back. I'm sorry.
And all the trees that were killed.
That's what bothers me.
So people could say Merry Christmas. They can just tell us Merry Christmas. We get it. We know they want us to enjoy ourselves. We want them to enjoy themselves too. But anyway, we talked a little bit about that. How and in case you didn't listen when we talked about that last week, here's how RVD feels about Christmas or any holiday for that matter. It's all I don't need a calendar to tell me when to celebrate. I celebrate every day. Every breath I take is a gift. That's how I feel about life. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm wonderful. Sonia, how many times a day do we tell each other that we're happy and we're blessed? Seriously, every day, right?
Every day, all day.
And have for years and years.
Yeah.
That's how we roll in the Van Dam house.
It is. There's a lot of I love yous and I'm blessed to be with yous and that kind of stuff. But
Many, many, many. And what I'm getting at is that for Hallmark to come up and say, okay, put this date down on your calendar. We want you to spend a bunch of money and buy cards and stuff on this day, then this day. All right, we don't have something this month. Okay, pull down secretary's babysitter day, and it's all just it's a bunch of crap. And I love that family gets together and stuff, but really, I mean, they could get together. They could just pick a day and say we're going to get together. So the Hallmark makes it easy for everybody, and of course Christmas didn't start with Hallmark.
Well, yeah, there's that, but it is also a little easier when there's designated days off for people to get together.
Well, that's the thing too.
Life and work gets in the way.
Everybody gets behind this, baby. It's like the companies, like shut down everything, all because they chose that these days are going to be holidays, and really it's harder for someone like me to keep balance because now there's so much stress. There's so many more people out on the roads when I'm just doing the same thing that I would have done last month when I go out on the road. But now there's so many more people. I can't get into any of the stores. Everything's crazy. People aren't answering their phones. It's just so much stress. And here's the thing when it comes to the gift giving. Sonia is the best wife ever, and she makes it super easy for me because she buys gifts for everybody from us. And then the deal is, then I just have to get for her, which I always wait till the very last second too, because I suck really bad. And and this year she even bought herself a couple things, wrapped them, put them under the tree to make it easier for me. You're so sweet, baby. But the deal is, that the situation still is what Christmas stands for. It's like, let's say I went out and got something that was obviously something cheap at the gas station. Well, that might offend you, and the thing is, because I didn't put enough effort or enough money into it, and I don't mean you personally, I just mean, that that's the way the formula works. Like, you don't want to offend somebody by them thinking that you didn't get stressed out enough or give up enough, to get this gift. Is love based on that? No.
No. But see, for me, like, the best presents I get are like when family just takes pictures and puts it in a frame or makes cookies. I mean, that to me, that's the best. I've got all the crap and stuff I need or want, If I want something, I go get it. But it's the pictures and the handprints and that kind of stuff. That's what I like to get for Christmas. And because my family's always like, you're the hardest person to shop for.
Well, you
don't shop for me, just make something.
I wish you would have told me that before I busted out the credit card. I would have busted out the Crayolas instead.
No, I still want the Wii.
Oh. So anyway, I don't want everyone thinking that, like, I'm miserable during the holidays, because I'm not. I'm just acknowledging the fact that, holy cow, it's a lot of intense, stressed up energy, on top of going through your regular Monday through Friday. And then you go through the weekend, you flip the calendar, and there's another holiday. But there's one holiday that isn't just something that was picked on the calendar. It makes sense. You start a whole new year. So that makes sense. That's something to celebrate, right? I don't like New Year's, baby.
I know. We're like, either are we losing or adding a second this year? Did you remember seeing that on the news?
I remember seeing something. And that's something too. How accurate can a calendar be to the second anyway that was made hundreds or thousands of years ago? I almost said hundreds because you think the world's 100 million years old or whatever, but it's not. But
it is.
Okay. The thing with New Year's for me, besides it just having all of the added stress that all holidays have, it's depressing to me. 2009 is gonna fucking rock. I can't wait. I'm stoked. I'm diving into it, head first, like a pot of gold. I'm excited about it. And 2008 was very trying, and we had a lot of crap we had to deal with.
That's how we know 2009 is going to be so much better.
It really is. That I know these things anyway. I have insight. But like when the ball drops and all that, and they play that song, "May All the Good Times Be Forgot" or whatever, that is that not a depressing song?
I guess.
To me, it is. It's like I mean, it's kind of like you know what I mean. It's kind of like it's like the bar's closed, turn the lights on. It's like sweep up, get out. If you're not fucking someone that works here, you don't work here, go home or whatever they say at bars.
All the confetti's going off. They're not sweeping up yet.
But that's what it seems like, though. I mean, I guess I think of sleeping when I see all that confetti because it's all litter. But anyway, and you think about like, okay, these are all the people that died last year, and it's just like Christmas is like this. I think Christmas is great for kids. Kids get all excited about the gifts, and I remember when I was a kid being all excited about it, and those were great memories, but it's a time that I won't get back. So even though I never have issues with aging, and I'm always like, perfectly fine with whatever my age is if I can figure it out, which sometimes I wonder. But when I remember how old I am, it's always, okay, big deal, because I work in a business where you don't get any respect till you're 50 years old anyway, so I'm still a kid. I feel like I get more respect with age. But when it comes to remembering, how fun it was being a little kid when everything was pure and innocent, the world was just, just fun, like these kids you got running around our house right now. I remember wanting to peek into get the gifts.
Speaking of your kids, I'm going to go check on them. I'll be right back.
All right, baby. SVD will be back. Oh, my God, I'm falling apart without her. What was I talking about? Oh, my God. Oh, okay. So I remember when I was a little kid trying to peek a little hole, put a little hole in the wrapping paper so I could take a sneak at which Star Wars action figure my mom got. Oh, cool, it's Greedo. Now I got to pretend to be surprised. And that was awesome. But, now when I think about it, it's kind of, it's sad that I won't have those times. And mostly what I think about is, my parents were younger when I was younger, My parents are much older now, and that's where the age thing comes in for me, is I think, my mom and dad are getting up there. And that in itself, is when you start, thinking time could seem limited, and should when people when you have loved ones, grandparents, whatever you got left, you got to treat them like they might not always be there, because they might not always be there. True, we may all get hit by a bus tomorrow, and everybody may outlive us anyway. Although the odds of all of us getting hit by a bus are pretty slim, I'm pretty sure. I might have to check with someone on that. But so New Year's is when you draw the line and you say, okay, we're done with this. Bam, we're starting anew. Okay, so there we go. Flip the calendar. It's time to start 2009. 2009 is going to rock. And here's my saying. And T, you're going to appreciate that too, because this is very motivational. If you don't like it, fuck you. I'm using this anyway. 2009 is about being in line with the great divine. I will explain that all year long because I am on the path. I'm in sync. I got my guidance coaching me through. That's where I get my insight, and it rocks. Thank you, Nikki Starr. That is great, isn't it? Feel free to use it. So here's what we do. Here's how we celebrate New Year's. We make resolutions. As you might be able to guess, RVD thinks that resolutions are bullshit. Come on, really? So let's say you want to quit smoking cigarettes, and it's October. Well, guess what? You don't have to quit. Now this gives you a window. You know what? I'm going to quit for the New Year's. It's going to have a New Year's resolution. That just all it does is give you more time to procrastinate what you could do right now, and then how long do most resolutions last anyway, you know? I mean, how much fitness equipment is sold at Christmas, and then for the New Year's resolution, people say, you know, I'm going to work out this year and get in shape, and then in February, all the exercise equipment is in the garage for the garage seller. They're getting rid of it on eBay. Or, if they're really hardcore, they keep it and they hang their clothes on it to dry. Some of you listening might know what I'm talking about. But that's what people do. They make New Year's resolutions. It is a bunch of bullshit. You know, it's something that, you know, basically it's a promise to yourself. You can promise to yourself anything. You can in fact, accomplish those promises. You can keep true to yourself. It's all your choice, right? However, I want to hear what your New Year's resolutions are. And it's okay that you have them. I mean, it's what we do. It's, you know, I mean, it's just like the whole thing with all the holidays is kind of silly, but it's what we do. So as we do it, let's talk about it. You know, it's you got to start thinking, oh, my God, I don't have a New Year's resolution. I got to come up with one. And some people take it really fucking seriously, too, you know. Damn, you know, can I have 2 resolutions? I'm not sure. Dude, all you're doing is telling yourself that you're going to do something. Ridiculoso. Is it not? It is. So anyway, that's what we're talking about tonight, man. I'm going to go to a caller just to mix it up a little bit. SVD's been gone. You might be sick of hearing my voice. And you might want to hear somebody with a New York accent like my bro, Harry Slizash. What up, Harry? Hey, how come I can't hear Harry Slash?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now I can hear you. I don't know what you did different, man, but keep doing it, bro.
Well, I just spoke.
Oh, roof. Well, good.
Okay.
You should have known I wanted you to speak when I said hi, but that's cool, man. Whenever you're ready, dude. Are you ready to talk to me?
Yeah, I can talk to you now. I'll give
Merry Christmas Eve, Harry Slash.
Merry Christmas, Rob Van Dam.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Man, I agree with you. Everybody breaks their resolutions. It's kind of a psychological thing, in my opinion. You're just trying to psych yourself up to do something you want to do anyway.
Yeah, and it's like, and it gives you a date. It gives you a date. Just like, you know, I mean, if you want to drink, you can drink anytime you want. You don't have to have St. Patrick's Day on the calendar to go out and drink and stuff. Basically, that's how New Year's resolutions are too. You know, it's like, oh, so your house is a shithole, and you got junk cars lying in your front yard, and your neighbors are complaining, and you really ought to clean that up, huh? Don't worry about it. You know, do it next year. It'll be your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. That's why I don't make any.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe sometimes I make them and sometimes I don't. You know, I probably haven't made them since in the last several years. I don't know, but I mean, prior to that, you know, as I got older and wiser and identified my feelings and my pride with my individuality, now I stand for shit like that, you know. I'll do it if you know, I mean, I'll sell out if Sonia wants me to. Hey, I'll make a New Year's resolution right now. But I don't know what it'll be. So you don't make them. You ready for Christmas tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, a bunch of presents for the kids, and that's about it, man. Christmas is for the kids.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. You know, I mean, I know that it's all good thoughts and stuff, so I don't want people thinking, you know, I'm just a dick and but I mean, you know, like, I don't expect people to buy me shit, you know, people to buy me presents and then I don't know when I get something if I'm overselling it or underselling it, you know, because, ooh, thank you. I mean, come on. I mean, usually someone's not going to give me something that I really needed and didn't know that I needed. You know what I mean? Or I would have got it myself. I mean, some gifts are really cool, and I do have some people that give really cool gifts. I always appreciate it because I know the intention behind it. But then there's a little obligation there behind it, and I suck, dude. I suck at. You know, like my entire life, I never remember my parents' anniversary, you know? It's all holidays for me. It's all part of RVD keeping his yin and yang balance, to balance the power of the Zen. I got to keep an even flow. I got to be that pond with no ripples, and all the holiday is is a big rock thrown in my pond and big splashes and fuck, you know how the butterfly effect works. It turns into a caterpillar. No, it doesn't. Does a butterfly turn into a caterpillar?
A caterpillar turns into a butterfly.
But with the yin and yang and the cycle of it all, then it depends on perspective, doesn't it?
I agree.
No,
you really shouldn't need an excuse to give somebody a present. I mean, when my niece was born 7 years ago, I called up all the relatives. I said, okay, let's stop exchanging scarves and sweaters that we're never going to wear, and just buy more presents for the kids.
Is it okay to re-gift, like when you get a gift from somebody, just turn around and give it to someone else if you know for a fact that they're never going to know?
Yes.
That's awesome, because that way, you know, the spirit and the positive energy goes along with it is being, in effect, twice. You know, it's multiplying off the same gift. That's better than ever. That's actually better than going out and getting another gift. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give...
If you get a present that you know you're never going to need, never going to use, never going to wear, but you know somebody that will, what's wrong with giving it?
I agree. And actually, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to take a gift that I was going to get you that I know that you're never going to use anyway, and I'm going to give it to my good friend Bobby B. from Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
What up, Bobby B?
What's up, Rob Van Dam? How's it going, my friend?
Dude, having an awesome night. SVD is with me. She's just, she stepped out for a minute, but she'll be back. We got a house full of her family, and she's multitasking. Bobby B, this is the first time that you've been on RVD Radio. It's also the first time that you've listened, so I'm proud to tell you, because I knew that you were going to be calling tonight, I asked Blog Talk Radio producer Nikki Starr to up the antes, and tonight's show is blind friendly.
Ooh, buddy, that's for me. Right up my alley, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm blind and I'm very friendly.
Bobby B can't see as good as us, but it doesn't stop him from anything that I can see. Matter of fact, quit driving, seriously.
Bro, my New Year's resolution, I'm going to grow bigger and better trees.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Absolutely.
good. I'll try and stay on you to make you stick with that one.
You got to help me out, bro.
Hey, let me ask you something about that, since we're talking about Christmas trees real quick. Several years ago, I had a friend that he had like the biggest monster tree that I'd ever seen. It was complete. It was outdoors, and it went over his house. It was higher than his rain spout gutter gimmick, and it was just a monster. And he told me that he got 5 pounds off of that Christmas tree, and I really didn't even understand what to compare that to at the time. But right now that I'm thinking back, was that bullshit?
No, man, that's for true. I mean, you must have been looking in my backyard 2 years back.
No, for real, 5 pounds off one tree is...
Absolutely. Outdoors, it can be done. Indoors, I've seen 2.5 pounds, 2.25 pounds easy.
Wow.
Indoors, so.
Okay. Good.
So, yeah,
right,
that can be done, Rob, and they're out there. The outdoor stuff, they get real big. Real big.
I saw it was big. I saw that it was a monster, you know, and I believed them. And at the time, I mean, I saw the bags and bags of Christmas tree strawberry. And like I said, I didn't really know what to compare it to, you know what I mean? I'm just a small-time consumer.
Yeah, no, they get real big out there, Rob. Actually, they get quite even bigger than 5 pounds. So,
awesome.
But
hey, you wanna hang out on the show while I take some callers?
Well, I'll tell you what, bro, I'm right in the middle. My family's having Christmas here. We're celebrating, but I said I was going to call, and I had to call in and make contact with you guys and just wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And I'm
Bobby B, Happy Holiday sauce to you.
Absolutely, bro. I love you guys. I'll be tuning in to you more frequently. That's for sure.
Awesome. All right, Bobby, have a good Christmas. Tell everyone that we know.
Okay, Rob.
Yeah, we're Bobby B.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Bobby, are you still there? Of course not, dude. Bobby's blind. He couldn't see to stick around. He didn't even get to hear one soundbite. Good friend of mine, first time he's ever called. And now he'll never know unless he sticks to his word and tunes in again next week. Then he can meet Officer X from Massachusetts. What up, X?
What's up, bro? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff.
Exactly. Happy holidays to you. You got a New Year's resolution?
Oh, I
know you do. Hey, man, don't feel like you can't talk about it just because I shot down the idea and said that the whole thing is ridiculous and stuff. It's still something we do, man. We're customary. It doesn't necessarily make you a follower. I mean, you got to live with the family. And I know that you're all about finding inspiration and things to motivate you and shit. You know what? I think I'm going to make a vision board. I'm going to try that too, speaking of sets, because we're into that shit. That means that I know you got a New Year's resolution. I'm guessing that your New Year's resolution is just to keep on kicking ass like you're doing.
Yeah, man. Your vision board's working. No, it is, though. I'm going to make a vision board. That's my New Year's resolution.
Nice. See how I brought that up? I'm going to do that, too, because I already know 2009 is going to kick ass. Did you hear my logo for 2009?
No.
2009 is about being in line with the great divine, Officer X.
Whoa. You're wrestler, actor, aspiring rap artist, Rob Van Dam.
Hey, feel free to be motivated, brother. And I am on path, man. I've got, like, guidance all day long. The other day, I was on the road, and I called Paul Heyman, hadn't talked to him in a couple months, and he picked up the phone. Holy shit, Paul never picks up. And I'm talking to him. I'm at a red light, and I noticed the truck in front of me had an RVD 420 sticker in the window. I said, holy shit, that truck has a sticker, RVD 420. Paul goes, pull up next to him. And what's funny is that thought never even occurred to me. So when it turned green, I pull up next to him, and I didn't know the guy, but of course he knew me. He was stoked. And it was weird because I go, man, that sticker was like 10 years old. That was back from the original ECW days when I was working for Paul, that's how things happen. I was on my way to the funeral services of Mike Bell. You told me that you just watched Bigger, Stronger, Faster. I don't know how many people have seen that incredible documentary, but I'd love to talk about that with you, Officer X.
Oh, yeah, powerful stuff. The hypocrisy of the whole thing is what I found amazing. Like down to the highest levels of government between Arnold and President Bush owning the Texas Rangers, and just absolutely amazing, you know.
Yeah, hypocrisy is the least respectable quality that I can think of with a person. When you know that they're hypocrites, that they're especially if they're fucking destroying someone's lives for one thing that they stand against when they're doing it themselves too, which seems to be so many politicians. And to me, I mean, me having pride in my integrity, having pride in being genuine, I'm really offended by people that do that say one thing and do something else and take a public stance. I think those people are shallow. I think they got no depth to them. I think that they're just ass kissers. They're low life, really low quality people. And I loved it, by the way, years ago when Larry Flint, back when Clinton was, they were talking about impeaching him for getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky. Larry Flint put in a Hustler magazine $1 million for anybody that brings forth evidence of the Washington politicians involved in scandals. And there was so many of those guys that had to fucking drop out retire or fucking resign, all kinds of shit, because the same guys that were out there, giving these public speeches against what was going on had all these mistresses, gay lovers, all that crap. I love it when that shit gets exposed, and that's why I'm so thankful, I'm glad that we have Big Brother watching us. I'm glad there's security cameras everywhere. I think that's fucking awesome because I love it when people get busted and exposed when they think they can make victims out of people and get away,
I'm with you, but that documentary exposes something that I've told you a million times. Politics is a bigger work than wrestling. Absolutely, that. Look at this, like in the documentary, they subpoenaed all those baseball players in front of Congress. That had only happened to 25 people before in the history of the country, and it was for anti-American stuff during World War II. I mean, that's just ludicrous. You're going to bring in baseball players? Who cares?
Right. The documentary, of course, refers to Arnold and his steroid usage. Tommy Chong openly admits that he smoked marijuana with Arnold. He's kind of crazy, a crazy candidate for a governor, out here in California when you consider his past. But I think that makes him more human. But of course, he's not going to openly talk about that. If he denies it, that's one thing. But of course, he's not going to. He still has to say, well, we have the law that we have to obey today. Whatever. For those of you who don't know, Bigger, Stronger, Faster is a documentary made by Chris Bell, and it's about steroids, and it's really like a truthful look. It's not pro or con, but it exposes the truth, and it's fucking awesome. Me and Sonia went to the premiere with Sabu and his wife. I think Stone Cold was there, Barbarian Brothers, Michael Hearn, a bunch of gladiators, there's a bunch of famous people. It was like a red carpet deal. Awesome movie. I haven't seen it since then. I can't wait to buy it. Chris Bell, he was a writer for a minute with WWE. In fact, when he got there, he was telling me, Rob, he goes, you're my man. I'm going to go to the office, man. He goes, they're missing the boat with you, man. They didn't see what you did in ECW. He goes, you're my man. I got all these plans. He goes, I'm going to put it on you. I want to put everything on you. Run with you, man. You're money. They're missing the boat. I said, Chris, don't do that, bro. You're shooting yourself in the foot. They don't want to hear that. These people don't know what cool is. I said, you go to them with that, you're not going to be around here very much longer. And guess what? Damn, he wasn't around there much longer. And his dad told me that was why, too, when I talked to his dad. But anyway, he has two brothers, Smelly, whose name is Mark, but they call him Smelly, and Mike Bell, Mad Dog Mike Bell. Mad Dog Mike Bell and Smelly are wrestlers, and Chris Bell, although I don't think he ever wrestled, he's always been around it. They're all big guys. Smelly fucking benches over 715 pounds in this movie, which is crazy. That's what Tedder City broke the world record with that, back when I was a kid. And with the steroid use, it's very well documented, and he's taking a lot of it during the movie and talking about it. He does this. And then there's Mike Bell, the wrestler, who won't give up. Just like the character Mickey Rourke plays in that fucking movie, Mike Bell would sacrifice, time with the family, a chance at a normal life just for that passion, just for that chance that maybe he'll be at the right place at the right time. And Mike Bell passed away last week. He was a good guy, and he'll be missed. I was at his funeral services, and his brother Chris explains that this movie that was about Mike Bell, it's not just about steroids, but he said it's about the fact that in America, if you're not number one, you're nothing. You're a loser. And he says that Mike, even though he was extreme and he was like, so much better than everybody at everything since he was a little kid, he could never feel like he was good enough. And he said that's what the movie's really about, Bigger, Stronger, Faster, a side effect of being American. And it was an awesome movie. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah,
Officer X, it so happens to be that you just watched that, right after this happened with Mike, and ironically, I believe the movie got released on DVD 1 month prior to Mike Bell, dropping dead. And we don't know how he died yet. He was sober, apparently he was drinking a lot of alcohol. Prior to that, he was in a sober house helping other people, and so we're waiting to get the toxicology report. Looks like, who knows, maybe a heart attack, don't know. So,
but I'll tell you, anybody out there in internet land really needs to watch that DVD. It's a very, very powerful thing, and if you want to, if you're a free thinker, it really gives you an objective view of the whole issue, which is a major issue in the United States right now. I mean, there were more hearings on steroids in baseball than there were the war in Iraq. How crazy is that? Right,
and here's the thing that's hard to ignore. Like when Chris Benoit had his murder-suicide tragedy, allegedly, every piece of news was about steroids all over CNN and all the news channels. Steroids. Obviously, raised with steroids, and they show this in the movie. They show all these clips. And so Chris Bell says, okay, I'm going to take an honest look at it. Steroids, if it's this much of an epidemic, talking about how dangerous it is, and all this, it must be one of America's top killers. So he goes and he does the research. It's not even one of the top 10 killers, and he says, well, it must be like one of the top 5. It's not one of the top 5. And then he looks, and he apparently in 2007, I think, or it could have been 2006, I'm not sure, there was 3 deaths reported from steroids. 3. The number 3. There's like more people than that choke eating frozen peas for lunch. It's crazy that the news runs with that, which, as you know, I mean, I can compare it to marijuana, which no one has ever overdosed from, ever, but yet the DEA says it's a Schedule I controlled substance, meaning it is the most dangerous with the least medicinal or no medicinal value whatsoever, whereas cocaine and meth, according to the DEA's schedule of classification, cocaine and meth have more medicinal value and are less dangerous. So that just goes to show you how fucked up they are, and so the media runs with it. The media fucking runs with it, and this movie talks about that. They also, I thought this was interesting, Officer X, because I've many times heard about the kid in school that committed suicide. His dad says it's because he got on steroids. He was going to be a great baseball player and all that. In the movie, Chris Bell goes and he interviews the dad, straight up, without no pro or con, but with an open mind to find out what's up with it. And the dad has this fundraising organization to stand out against steroids or whatever, and he's introducing it at the ball game at the Major League ballpark or whatever the hell it was that night. And Chris Bell is saying, he asks the dad, he says, do you find it ironic that your organization is being introduced tonight at this arena where they sell alcohol, which is known to kill thousands of people every year? And his dad's like frozen without a response. He says, "Hey, all I know is steroids are bad. Steroids killed my son." What did you think about that part, Officer X?
Yeah, it's a big work, and it's done to
control. Everything's done to control.
But here's something you're missing the boat on, Van Dam, is that same report about the steroids and the death. I thought this would have stuck out when I watched. They said drugs that got people to the emergency room in 2007. Number 1 was alcohol, number 2 was cocaine, and number 3 was your beloved marijuana.
Well, okay, here's the thing with that. I'm glad that you brought that up, because my obvious response to that is that it's mandatory that kids go to the hospital when they're found being on it. So it's not that they need it, but it's mandatory because of the fucked up law. If you find a kid that's on pot, he has to go to the emergency room. And then if they mandate that he needs drug treatment afterwards, they throw that on the statistics as well.
Yeah, I figured I knew you'd have an answer for that, Doctor.
But it's true. I mean, it's all manipulating, to get what they want, to control you with the numbers that they give you. And hey, by the way, SVD just returned. Hi, baby.
Hi, I'm back.
SVD is back in. We're talking about the movie right now, baby. We got a little sidetracked, but it's all good. We got a 2-hour program here. We're talking about New Year's resolutions. We're talking about Christmas and gift giving and all the holidays. And we're talking about Bigger, Stronger, Faster, Side Effect of Being an American, which is a movie that a good friend of ours, Chris Bell, made. I got to tell you, it's a documentary, and honestly, this movie should have brought the Bell family hundreds of millions of dollars. They should have got rich off this. Yes. Why not?
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions, baby. You know why? Because this movie was every bit as good as any Michael Moore movie that I've seen.
Yeah, it was.
You admit?
Yeah, it was.
And you're a big fan of Michael Moore.
I am a huge Michael Moore fan.
Right, and he's done some great movies. This one is just as good, and the subject matter isn't going to be as widely received, talking about steroids, giving it an honest look. That's not something most people want to do. And anyway, with the distribution, somehow they got fucked because if they didn't get really rich off this, which I know, it didn't get the wide theatrical release that it definitely deserved. Anybody that goes and sees this, and by the way, you can get it at Blockbuster or Netflix, Bigger, Stronger, Faster, Side Effect of Being an American. Call in, let us know next week. Do a show. Dude, awesome fucking movie.
Hey, a friend of mine bought it tonight at FYE as a Christmas gift for someone.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do too, man. Did he get it for me?
Yeah. When it comes in the mail, you know where it came from.
Right on. Yeah, dude.
But I'll tell you what, though, that movie really, really stimulates some great some great thought. You know what I'm.
It's very thought provoking, and it's honest. You know what I mean? I mean that's the best.
Guy with the AIDS.
What's that?
Remember the guy with the AIDS, put 30 pounds on and has a life again?
I honestly don't remember that part. I need to see it again. It's been a while, but it sounds familiar. I do remember the guy talking about he did the commercials for Hydroxycut, say with his before and after pictures, and he openly admits on there that he was taking steroids for the before and after. Do you remember that part?
Yeah. And then he says some days he takes the before and after photos the same day.
And he got fired right after that movie came out, in case you didn't know.
But it's amazing. I mean, that's a great thing for a regular guy to see how they can airbrush pictures and everything else. But, hey, Rob, why don't you talk about Gold's in Venice? Because they showed quite a bit of that, and you've trained there a million times. And I can't believe Arnold had them take his pictures down. He was such an institution in that place.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I saw that on the movie, and they were really offended that he took the pictures down. They've remodeled that place so many times that it's hard to keep up anyway. It used to be, right when you walked in the door, to the right, although the wall had pictures, 8x10s in frames of all the famous people that work out there, actors, bodybuilders, wrestlers. I had my picture right there by the door, so I would come in, and they used to let us all work out for free. And if someone didn't know me at the desk because it's some new high school girl, whatever, I would just go, hey, that's me, and I'd point to the picture, It's just say, oh, okay, come on in. Well, they stopped that. They took all the pictures down. So the fact that Arnold's pictures were taken down didn't surprise me. I thought that could have something to do with Gold's and their new look more than Arnold being ashamed of his bodybuilder days, which is what's implied in the movie, kind of. They make it sound like he sold out by taking his pictures down.
Now, does that have more freaks than your average gym, though? It's like the crazy monsters all over that place?
It does, yeah, it does. Because anytime you go there, you're pretty much guaranteed there's going to be at least a few, at least probably 3 or 4 guys that for sure they're pro bodybuilders because they're so fucking huge, and quite often, somebody that you might recognize. I used to always see the Barbarian Brothers there, or some of the Gladiators, or sometimes action heroes, whatever. Sonia, actually, she was a big fan of, who was that fitness model that you liked? The one that went crazy?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I had her name on my tongue.
This fitness model.
Kelly Ryan.
She was a fan of Kelly Ryan's, and we used to see her down there at Gold's Gym, and she ended up going crazy. Her and, you don't remember the boyfriend's name, do you? Her husband was a pro bodybuilder, very top level too. I just can't come up with his name, but you probably might have heard the story in Vegas. They went crazy, I guess, did a bunch of meth and ended up fucking killing their personal assistant and torching the car and trying to burn that in their body. It was really big news because she's famous and so is he. Craig Titus, I think.
Titus, yeah, he got arrested in Massachusetts actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They fled to Massachusetts actually.
Yeah. But anyway, I like that gym though. It's a good gym to go to. It's sometimes people are intimidated to go there. Dude, I was just about to go to Dez, and he got tired of waiting. Oh, people don't want to wait. I'm gonna take a call from David from Sacramento, who is one of our regular free thinkers. Baby, what's up, Dave?
Not nothing much. I'm just trying to find myself a TLC video to watch.
What's TLC? Oh, tables, ladders, and chairs, right?
Of course.
You don't mean that band like Don't Go Chasing Water?
No.
Don't go chasing.
I like that song, but I feel hardcore today.
Oh, okay. How would Kushnader feel if he heard me singing that one?
I can't imagine.
Yeah. So, David, you got your New Year's resolution?
Well, I'm thinking my New Year's resolution would be to get out more, be more wild and active and stuff like that, and really try to find myself and improve more on my schoolwork and focus.
Right on.
Career. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, you sound like you got a few different areas you're going to be putting your energy and focus into, all to improve and become a better you. So that sounds really good.
Yeah.
That sounds really good indeed. SVD.
Yes, dear.
Do you got a New Year's resolution?
Oh, how did I know you were going to ask me that?
Did we do that? I don't even know if we...
Yeah, sometimes.
Nikki asked if we're going out, and I don't know if we are or not. Sometimes we go out, sometimes we don't. Like, I've gone to the gym a couple. Yeah, you went.
Yeah.
A couple of years we've gone, and we're working out. We're the only ones in the 24-hour gym New Year's Eve. And a couple of years we just fall asleep, right?
Yeah.
I think, did we do that last year?
No. I think we were in Vegas last year.
We went to Vegas one year. I don't know. Maybe it was. All right. Someone's about to get muted.
I didn't know if I was still on.
You are, dude. And good luck with your New Year's resolutions. Good luck with being better in school and finding yourself. I can find you. I can help you with that one, dude. All you do is like take your hand and touch your face. There you are, dude.
Good. You stay one of a kind, all right?
I'll do my best. Until they clone me, I will remain one of a kind. Happy holidays, Dave. David from Sacramento, a regular free thinker. Just like, look at that one. Oh, wait, we got Fonzie.
Fuzzy Daddy.
Man. Merry Christmas, Fuzzy Daddy.
Thanks, Daddy. Thanks, SUV. Sonia, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Having a Christmas, little pre-Christmas with my daughter, and things are nice. It's 80 degrees in Tampa Bay. Life is good. Talking on RVD Radio, you know.
Yeah, that's how usually California seems like the place to be when the rest of the country is having some weather issues, but not right now. It's not bad. I mean, it's pretty out. It's, it's nice. It's sunny, but it's like 60 degrees, and that's not good for me. I want it to be hot. I want to ride my bike. I saw in Tampa, like you said, you're looking at like close to 80 degrees.
Yeah, it was 82 was a high today. It's unbelievable. It's supposed to be that tomorrow too. It doesn't seem like Christmas, but I was born and raised here, so I'm used to this kind of weather. And then,
hey, Fonzie, do you know who New York Raymond is or was?
New York Raymond?
Yeah, New York Raymond. He managed the Chic a long time ago, and he was autistic. Now I can say that looking back as an adult, he was definitely autistic. But he was a little strange. But like when I was real young, like 1989, 1990, when I was just seeing be on the road for the first time with Chic and Sabu, he had this manager, New York Raymond, and I guess it's some guy that Chic picked up. He used to do that all the time, pick strays up on the side of the road that were hitchhikers and move them into his big mansion and give them a job and take care of them. I just thought you might know who he was because if Sabu was on, which actually he was supposed to call, but who knows, we should call him. Holy cow, 269, that's Battle Creek area code.
Well, who is it?
Gary, I don't know. But anyway, it reminded me that he used to always worry about the weather in Florida, and that was like a big inside joke between me and Sabu, is we could be in Ohio, at Euclid, Ohio, at a arena about to have a wrestling show, and New York Raymond would be looking at the paper and go, oh no, it's raining in Florida.
Oh, shit. I don't know the guy. I never heard of him, but,
Yeah, well, now you have, Fonzie. You can never, ever say that you never heard of him again. Okay, brother?
Hey, I got you, Daddy.
Never.
RVD, motherfucker! RVD, motherfucker!
That's right, Daddy.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So, Fuzzy, let me ask you, you got a New Year's resolution picked out?
Just usually the same. The last 10 or 15 years, usually it's pretty much the same. I just wish for, good health for my family and be productive. Just real basic, not nothing like quit drinking or quit doing drugs. Or,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, though. Is it basically the same thing you wish for every day?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. That's pretty much when I do New Year's resolutions. That's how it is. It's pretty much same thing I wished for a month ago and the month before that. Same stuff I'm grateful for. Des from Niagara Falls, you're on RVD Radio. What's up, dude?
Happy holidays to RVD and SVD.
Yeah, happy holidays, too. We also got Fonzie, my original ECW manager, on the line with us.
That's right, Daddy.
How you doing, Fonzie?
I'm doing great. And what's going on in Niagara Falls?
And
That's right,
freezing
Daddy.
cold and a lot of snow. I'll box it up and send it down to you, RVD.
You know what? I'll pass. I grew up in that shit. I had enough of that growing up, and when I see it on TV now, it makes me cold. It does not look pretty, baby.
It does look pretty.
I had enough shoveling my driveway and then shoveling my car out and scraping the windows and all that shit. So
it looks pretty till you start shoveling it.
you know it would be cool if you make a snowman and give him the RVD thumbs, have the snowman pointing at himself and take a picture of that. That would be sweet.
You know, I got to go a little off topic here. I started watching you guys way back when you used to come to the Flickinger Center in Buffalo.
Yeah. Flickinger Center, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I took my son there to practically
That's right, Daddy.
show. And I was there at the big one with Bam Bam when the title changed.
Bam Bam Bigelow. That's what I think. Every time somebody mentions anytime they mention Buffalo, or I think of Buffalo, New York, I think of that match. I think of that awesome dive and that rush I felt from the crowd being behind me, cheering me on. That was awesome. Those were
That's right, Daddy.
times.
I wanted to call you a couple weeks ago when everybody was talking about paying dues, because if you go back far enough, I'm just a couple weeks younger than Fonzie is, and I grew up on the Sheik. I've seen the Sheik.
Literally, like, lived on top of him?
Well, I grew up watching him.
Right on.
Watching the Sheik at Maple Leaf Gardens in Buffalo here, and all the matches that he had back in those days. So, you know, when I always wanted to do it. So from 86 to 92, I was out there paying my dues, trying to do the same thing you were doing.
Yeah, right.
Traveling up and down the East Coast, I did all that stuff for years.
Hey, was your name New York Raymond?
No, it was not. I called myself Rick Late. I kind of stole a little bit from Ric Flair, and I picked Late as the last name because my initials would be RL, so I had RL on
the name. I'm sorry, we're listening. Fred was offended that you ripped off Ric Flair. Him and Fred Flintstone and Ric Flair went to school together. Don't take it personally.
Oh, they might be old enough.
Yeah, that's true. I have the yearbook picture.
RVD, motherfucker!
Awesome. So you got a New Year's resolution picked out now that you jumped off the subject? I'm throwing you back on.
No resolutions. There's no reason for it because it's a joke.
Yeah.
You make a plan in life and you stick to it, and that's the deal. And why make some part-time, short-term resolution you're not going to stick to because you would have been doing it anyways already. So.
Yeah, it is really silly, you know, when you think about it. But a lot of people don't bother thinking about it, about anything, unfortunately. But we think about everything here on RVD Radio. So happy holidays to you, Des. Appreciate you calling back.
Happy holidays to you and SVD and Fonzie and everybody else out there. And if Sabu comes along after me, same to him.
Awesome.
And we'll try to call you again, folks.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Take care there, Niagara Falls, Daddy.
And feel free to listen to the rest of the show, Des.
I certainly will. I haven't missed a single one since you started.
Awesome. We must be doing something right. When we need to get some feedback, we'll get it from Des or someone like Nikki Heyman, who's been listening since the first show. What's up, Nikki Heyman?
Happy holidays, RVD, SVD. Hey, Fonzie, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? Are you in Boston?
Actually, I am home, which is only about 150 miles from you, sir. I'm in Melbourne.
Oh, wow, Melbourne, far out. I love Melbourne. Watch the space shuttle go off there all the time.
Hey, we could play the dating game with them.
Oh, yeah, actually, if you're from Australia, it's Melbourne, not Melbourne.
Well,
hey,
for the longest...
What's that?
The dating game with Nikki Heyman and Swansea. What do you think on some episode?
Oh, I don't know.
Help
man.
me, Daddy.
Let's hear it, Daddy.
I don't know, but I do got a caller from Australia. You guys probably don't. I don't know if you guys appreciate that segue, but you guys are talking about Melbourne, and I got Marcelina from Australia. Marcelina, what are the chances you're calling from Melbourne?
Look, not much. I'm the next state up north from there, but I was born in Melbourne. So
that'll work. That's a pretty good question. We got somebody from Melbourne, Florida at the same time too. Is that freaking you out?
Yeah, completely. When she said I'm from Melbourne, I went, oh, really? Like Melbourne, Australia? And then I kind of figured
Been a big disappointment. Thanks a lot, Nikki, for being in Florida.
Hey, there's a reason they call it Melbourne on this side of the planet. There's not much.
Hey, no, actually, Melbourneites in Australia call it Melbourne.
Okay.
All right.
But being from Sydney, being from another state, we call it Melbourne.
So, Marcelina, are you celebrating New Year's Eve about 13 hours before us or something like that?
Yeah, about 14 hours ahead of you guys. I'm officially into Christmas. It's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Thank
you.
Awesome. So, you got any New Year's resolutions you can share with us?
No, the reason for my call wasn't to
Can't get away. You still got to answer the question about the New Year's resolution. You can't get out of it.
Well, I love that he doesn't let me get away with my own crap.
Is it private?
Yeah, no.
Is it something really private, like you're going to try to quit being a slut or something? Because, I mean, if that is it, I'm just saying if it is, you wouldn't want to share that. You know, like, it might be personal.
No, you're not stepping on personal territory, not at all. No, I'm just like a lot of people in this chat room. I just don't believe that you need to wait till New Year's to change something. If you really passionately feel as though there is a behaviour style or something that you really wish was different in your life, I think.
Wow, no wonder I got these free thinkers listening to me. We have something in common, and we agree about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Majority of the people, of course, are coming up with self-made regulations that they'll stick to for 4 to 6 weeks. Quit smoking cigarettes, work out more, be nicer to people, blah, 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 blah. That's what the majority of the people are doing, but they're all in this little box. RVD, his extremists, and his free thinkers, we're all outside.
Yeah.
We're all outside the box, Marcelina.
We absolutely are. Oh, excuse me, I know I can say it off the show. we
That's right, Daddy.
Absolutely are. We absolutely are.
All right, so now that you've gotten past that, you called for another reason.
Yes, I did. Well, I called to say Merry Christmas because I'm coming to you from
That's
the
right,
future,
Daddy.
and I'm allowed to. There's another reason. I was brought to this show by Nikki Starr, so thank you, Nikki. She's exposed me to another group of people who are very inspirational, and I love her for that. She's just a world of inspiration waiting to happen. And
motherfucker!
And one thing that she encouraged me to do was to go to www.wrestlingradioawards.com and vote for somebody that happens to be on air at the moment. Who's up?
Anybody in particular?
RVD, motherfucker!
Yeah, exactly.
Did I get on a list that I don't know about?
Hey,
I'm voting for Fonzie. Fuck this.
Fonzie.
Yeah, I always get a couple of votes.
I want to know if I can vote for my favorite, Joey.
Awesome.
Joey.
Hey, was there any feedback on Joey knocking out that guy?
Just no. I mean, nothing other than people saying, it was awesome, and Joey acting like I had no idea that people didn't like him. Come on. I mean,
wow.
He was a jerk. So, Nikki Heyman, don't think that you slid in and then get to stand back in the back of the room there. What's going on with you for Christmas, and what are you thinking about for setting yourself up New Year's Eve with a resolution that you can stick to for 4 to 6 weeks?
Well, every Christmas I come home and see my folks. That's almost mandatory. The New Year's plan, it's not so much I'm doing a resolution. What I do is I look at the New Year and say, okay, there's got to be stuff that I haven't done that I want to do this time. What do I want to do in 2009? Just like I did at the beginning of last year. What did I want to do? I wanted to get further. I want to get a little bit further in the wrestling business. I want to do some other traveling. There's arenas I haven't visited yet. There's people I still haven't met yet. Fonzie, I still haven't met you face to face. I'm working on it.
We'll take care of that, Shirley.
Dude, that's awesome. A New Year's resolution is to meet Fonzie.
That's not bad. I like it.
So it's not necessarily a resolution. It's just a plan.
Well, I don't know what the definition of a resolution is anyway, but it works for me.
That's right, Daddy.
Awesome.
Residues, you get on your fingers and smoking a joint. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
No.
I'll go along with that. All right, cool.
But
I have my webmaster, Eric, from RobVanDam.com, from RVD TV, on the line now with RVD Radio for the first time, at least the first time that he didn't give up and hang up when he was on hold. What up, Eric, from RVD TV?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Happy holidays
to
everybody.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, happy holidays to you.
How you guys doing? I've been listening to the show, and I really have to say I'm really into this. The free thinking, New Year's resolution, and hopefully, everybody sticks to it this year. A lot of us doing a little procrastination thing, but we all have to be proactive. If we set our goals, we got to go at them 110%.
Basically, New Year's Eve or New Year's resolutions is basically it's a starting point where you can have help, where someone can say, okay, here's the kick in the ass, that shit that you need to do, boom, we're going to tell you now's the time to do it. Not in December, not December 21st, not even December 27th, boom, on the 1st of January, that's when you're going to start, right?
That's right.
All right, well, that's cool, man. So have you set yourself up with the New Year's resolution?
Yeah. I got a New Year's resolution, something that I've been needed to go after, and like I said, be proactive about it. And
is there one that kids of all ages can listen to?
Absolutely. My New Year's resolution is just basically doing everything 110%, not doing it half-ass, and
Hey, you know what? If you have to work with numbers, like accounting or even comparing numbers, and you do everything at 110%, won't that throw your balance off?
Actually, well, that's true.
RVD, motherfucker!
I was just checking to make sure.
That's right, Daddy.
Before you get too far into the new year, I just want to make sure, you're not starting on the wrong foot, that's all.
No, I'm definitely ready for 2009. This is going to be the big year, so.
2009 is about being in line with the great divine. Everybody likes that so far, and I've said it at least 3, maybe 4 times.
Yeah,
I like it, and I'm going to live by it, and I am so in line. I have my guidance like a angel sitting on my shoulder, like throughout the day, giving me messages. It's fucking awesome.
SVD.
I can get off now.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, can we talk about the website yet?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I've been working on it tonight, and I hope to have it up in the next few days to go live.
Ooh, there you heard it, the next few days, everybody. RobVanDam.com already is a totally kick-ass website. I'm sure everybody listening has visited, and hopefully you frequent it. Eric designed the whole thing. He designed the one before that and the one before that, and now he's upgrading everything once again. So in the next few days, you're going to see a totally new RobVanDam.com. It's getting a whole new facelift. It's going to be a lot more features. It's more interactive with fans, both members and non-members, to get onto the website and be able to interact with each other and with the staff of RVD TV. There's a whole bunch of features where we can add a whole bunch of cool shit on the website that the other one didn't have, and that's something that we're gonna have to plug big time. But everybody's hearing the official word right now from Webmaster Eric from RVD TV.
Yes, and don't forget to pick up your Volume 1 DVD RVD TV video. It's exclusively at robandam.com.
Indeed, which, by the way, the DVD is awesome. I can't wait now that they've already gone out, everybody that ordered the first few batches of the DVDs. I can't wait for the feedback from
Merry Christmas, Ricky.
when they send in their responses, about, oh man, I loved it when you and Ultimate Warrior and Chris Nowinski were talking about the power of the mind and how strong positive intention can take you. I'm looking forward to getting that feedback. We'll be able to put the testimonies out so people will be able to see how much people enjoy it. Because the members, the watchers of RVD TV, they send in on our message board, but not everybody can get it. They talk about how much, I don't want to toot my own horn, but they get pretty deep and talk about how much it's improved their life and opened up their mind, and it's given them a different perspective on life.
RVD TV watchers have complete unlimited access to the Extreme Archive Vault, containing every episode ever fucking filmed.
That's right, Daddy. That's right, Daddy. Fonz, are you still with us? Oh, I muted Fonz.
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and have a good New Year's. And are we back on RVD Radio next Wednesday?
You know what? We haven't made the official decision on that yet. Do we want to do this next week, baby, or should we take a week off?
We just started.
I'll be here.
You'll be there, Nikki?
I can be there.
Hey, how about Blog Talk Radio?
I'll be here.
Nikki Star.
The other Nikki will be here. I will be here. And I'll be alone. And this is such a great night. And see how much fun it would be next week.
So if we do the show next week, it would add to your New Year's Eve, Nikki?
If you don't do the show, we'll have no New Year's Eve.
I don't like going out anyway on New Year's Eve. It's safer in my apartment.
See, we talked about that earlier.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Apparently a lot of people don't go out, and we usually don't either. There's some new, LA's got like a whole new area downtown where they opened up this area that they try to make it seem like it's Times Square, like in New York, but I guess they're calling it Times Square West.
LA Live.
Oh, LA Live. It doesn't look anything like Times Square. But anyway, we thought about maybe checking that out. But even if we do, we're not going to leave before 8 o'clock.
No, oh my gosh, we got to see.
I
got to get ready. I mean, that's an hour in makeup.
Fonzie needs to know. Should we tell him that we'll be on from 6 to 8?
I think we should do it. I do.
Yay! Yes. That says yes.
All right. Fonzie, Daddy, are you going to be with us next week?
100%. I haven't missed a week, and it usually makes my week too. Talking to you guys and getting a little breath of fresh air from you guys. So it's a lot of fun for me to shoot the breeze on RVD Radio.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, then there's the official word. Then we'll be back on again next week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Webmaster Eric, I know you're going to be partying your ass off in Miami next week.
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
Webmaster, RVD, Sonia, both Nickies. This is Fonzie from Tampa Bay saying Merry Christmas. And talk to you guys next week. See ya.
And Harry Slash.
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Harry Slash. That's right, Daddy. My New York connection.
You too, brother. Take it easy.
Thanks for having me on.
X, Officer X, Merry Christmas. Awesome. It's 8 minutes past the hour. Hey, did that sound like Neil when he says RVD TV Unlimited Access?
No.
It didn't? It sounded like it to me. RVD TV watchers have, whatever the fuck,
RVD TV watchers have complete unlimited access to the Extreme.
Oh, all right. Well, something like that anyway. You're listening to RVD.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
You're listening.
Meat wad.
You're goofy.
What else you got?
Watch RVD TV at robvandam.com.
Damn. All right. Well, hey, let's see. Oh, no.
310 number.
310. Hey, that looks familiar. familiar. Dude, it's L.A. But, hold on, caller from L.A. will get to you. Let me go to Michael Porter, because he's been on for a long time, and he's from Wrestle Shoot, baby.
Whoa, what's up, Michael Porter?
What's up, Michael Porter from Wrestle Shoot? You, sir, are on RVD Radio.
Well, good evening, RVD and SPD. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to both of you.
And the same to you. Happy holiday sauce.
Well, to me, the holidays, it's always been kind of rough around the holidays because I lost my mom back in 1999. So, it hasn't been
sorry
the same
to hear
since
that.
then.
That's the thing. That's the good thing about holidays. It's about families and families getting together. So when the family's no longer all, still around, then yeah, that's definitely when you're going to notice is around special times like that, huh?
Yeah, that's true. But this year, I'm not going to be alone. I have my new dog, Pepper.
Yay, Pepper. What kind of dog is Pepper?
She's a brindle pit bull.
Well, I got to tell you, first time your dog attacks somebody, I don't want to hear you say, that's not like my pit bull. My pit bull doesn't do that.
The only thing my dog will do is lick them to death.
Ours too.
Yeah, because she loves everybody. She loves to meet everybody, and when I take her out for a walk, which I haven't done since I broke my ankle and my leg, except for the other day I went. She always likes meeting new people, and they shy away because of her breed, But I've always told people that it's not the pit bull that's bad; it's the people who raise them and train them to attack, to fight. Because they're born.
Yeah, that's what they always say. I hear that so much, and I can't say for sure that's bullshit. But when I see on the news, and I mean, by the way, we're big dog lovers, by the way, but pit bulls in particular, it's always a pit bull. It's always a pit bull. And on the news, whenever you see a neighborhood dog attack, a pit bull attacking another dog and killing it or attacking kids or whatever,
yep.
You always hear the owners say, I can't believe that. My dog has never done that before. I see that all the time, and they're not training their dogs to fight. I honestly think that maybe possibly that pit bulls have a little something crazy in them that other dogs don't, and I don't know if it's 100% of the pit bulls or not. I know that one did jump on me a couple of weeks ago. A friend of mine had a dog. I didn't even think about it being a pit bull. It was just he just said, "Hey, this is my dog Allison," and I bent down and put my face right in the dog's face and like pet her ribs, and didn't think anything of it. Like, "Oh, hi, Allison." And when I stood up, this dog jumped up and put both front paws right in my nuts. And it was like trying to attack me, and I had my fist. I made a fist, and I was about to punch a dog in the nose, and I was telling dude, I said, "Get your dog back, I'm going to break your dog's nose," because that was just my instincts told me to try and break that dog's nose.
Wow.
It was, yeah, and I don't know, because that's what that guy said, too, I can't believe that. I mean, my dog, she likes everybody. Like, well, shit, maybe I'm a horrible person. He's like, no, you got the best energy coming off you, and I don't know, dude, but you got to admit, there's a pit bull and it's a little different than a Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, and my Pepper's like about 55 pounds or so. I've got a 10
I can handle her.
spoiler.
I'll kick her ass.
I'll sanction it.
Well, I used to set up the ring for the old WWF. Maybe I'll set up the ring for it.
No, I wouldn't. You know what? That's something too. Is like I think that the whole dog fighting thing with Michael Vick got downplayed by so many people. They like the comedians that go up there and say, "Damn, man, white people, you can kill people, they don't care, but don't kill a dog, they'll be all over you, man." And it's like they really downplay it like it was no big deal. Like, come on, I mean that's inhumane, the way they put them in there and train them to tear each other up and stuff. We're animal lovers. We love dogs. We love all kinds of animals, and
the same thing with the cockfighting,
Absolutely, and they put razor blades on their feet and shit like that to really pep it up. Pretty crazy.
What I think they ought to do is get the people who run the dog fights and the cockfights, put the razor blades on them and have them go at it. See how they like it.
That's not a bad idea.
Unfortunately, that would make a lot of money somewhere.
Yeah. Vince would probably try to put it on pay-per-view.
He might be listening. No, he wouldn't be listening to this. Oh.
I will say this, though. I did think at one time there would be an awesome pay-per-view to get kangaroos to fight each other. Those can fight. Kangaroos. Remember that, baby?
Oh, how can I forget?
We were in
have
a
a hell of a punch,
with,
I'll guarantee you that.
We were in a hotel room with Paul Heyman one time, and on the television, some Discovery Channel, some shit, it showed these kangaroos out in the wilderness fighting, and we were just completely mesmerized by it.
You guys were in awe. All three guys were just like, whoa.
Oh, who was the third guy?
Justin.
Oh, Justin was with us too, Justin McCauley. Well, it was like, oh my God, I mean, they were such great fighters. I had no idea, and apparently to be the leader of the pack, you got to take on a challenge about once a year or something when someone thinks they got the balls to, challenge you for your position. And the loser leaves town forever. If you lose, you got to hop off from the tribe, a beaten kangaroo. And they're they set each other up. They're jabbing. And they hit their head back, and they're like rolling punches like a speed bag. Then all of a sudden, bam! They'll use one of their bottom legs and throw a real stiff kick in there. Bam! And they'll set up for them. Then pretty soon they're back on their tail. They'll stand on their tail on both feet. Wham! They'll deliver a drop kick into the stomach, and they're amazing fighters. And according to the commentator, the goal is to get the other guy in a headlock, throw him down on the ground, and stomp on him and tear their stomach out with the big toenails. But I never saw one of them do that.
Loser leave the pack, huh?
Forever, dude. And a humiliated, beaten man. Once you get beat, you're not allowed to challenge again. It's crazy and it's fascinating, and I'd love to show that to people. Especially, it would be awesome if we could capture footage of it already happening instead of setting it up. There's nothing inhumane about that, is there, baby?
I'm sorry, I was reading the text.
Like if the kangaroos are already fighting and you're just showing footage of that.
That's kind of what the nature shows do.
Right, but I want to do it on pay-per-view
but
and
if you've
commentate over it.
If you've got
like the
boxing
juggalos.
gloves on the kangaroo, it's a little inhumane. I think PETA would have a problem.
What if it's them in their natural existence, but we're commentating over it like the juggalos with that, what was that wrestling tape that did a long time ago?
Oh, that was hysterical. As Terry Funk got older.
Drug Terry Funk, 900 years old. Yeah, that shit. I can't remember Insane. I can't remember what that was called. Stranglemania.
That's it.
Nikki Heyman, you ever seen Stranglemania?
I have not. I don't want to say. Well, I'm going to say it anyway.
It's okay. You're not a fan of ICP. That's all right.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I don't. The guys really did some favors for TNA and got them, helped get them on the road. They sponsored a show for them in Plymouth about 3 years ago that I got to attend. Sabu was there, but I don't like their music. I don't like their I don't like their parties. I've heard of JCW, and it just doesn't do anything for me, man.
Officer X, I'm just very curious because you're such a big wrestling fan. You know those guys, the Juggalos, ICP, Insane Clown Posse?
I heard them on Howard Stern a couple of times, actually. They were on there. They were pretty funny on that, but weren't they with WCW for a little while or something?
Yeah, they had a gig there for a second. Yeah, I don't think it was real long.
Yeah, they worked there for a bit. Vampiro.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I
actually
actually
with WWF for a cup of coffee as well, weren't they?
Who?
The Insane Clown Posse. They were with WWF for a cup of coffee.
They may have been. I'm not sure. I know they came into ECW for a minute. I have quite a history with Joe Bruce, the leader. We started out together, actually. This was before Insane Clown Posse even existed. He was doing a rap group called ICP. Believe it or not, it stood for Inner City Posse, and they didn't have the clown makeup and all that. They didn't have their, character gimmicks yet, but I thought they were really talented. But as far as wrestling, way back in 1990, Joe Bruce showed up at my ring because I had a ring in a barn, and we'd work out together. And at some of my first shows around Ohio and Detroit, he was there, and he really, really wanted to be a wrestler. And I was like, dude, I listened to rap at the time. I was into that back then, NWA, Eazy-E. And I would tell him, man, you guys are really good. You need to put energy into this, and he didn't really seem to care that much. Oh, yeah, whatever, man. He just really wanted to wrestle, and I wasn't surprised when he really got a following and took off. Back then, Kid Rock, Eminem, and ICP, they all came from the same little territory in Detroit, doing the same, small little shows and stuff, and they all took off kind of in different directions. Eminem and Kid Rock making millions and millions, and ICP not doing bad either, though.
Well, I worked a few indie shows out here in Northern California with a worker by the name of Juggalo Jim Cooley, and he was in pretty tight with ICP for a while. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about what's happened to him lately, but he was a Northern California worker who had a huge following among the Juggalos, and we did a benefit for my ex-wife's blind grandson. I called him my grandson as well, and Juggalos came and supported Andrew and Andrew's show hugely. I made a spectacular success of the show because of Juggalo Jim Cooley's followers, and I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the Juggalos.
Right on. Yeah. Well, that's like I said, I have quite a bit of history with them, and it's been a while since I've seen them, but glad to see somebody from my own hometown. And basically, they're not from Battle Creek, but they're from Michigan, so that counts. That's how pride works, right? It's like you find a connection with somebody. Yeah, that's my boy. Maybe you grew up in the same house, or if not, you're in the same city, or if not, you're in the same state, or if not, fuck it, let's go to the Olympics and root for America. Yeah! That's how that shit works. I'm going to go to another caller, Donnelly from L.A., and L.A. is not Louisiana because we've got a 310 area code. Dude, you're in Los Angeles, Donnelly.
Hey, Rob, how's it going, man?
Awesome, man. You're on RVD Radio. Appreciate you calling in.
Hey, I appreciate you taking my call. I was wondering, I went looking for 5-Star Comics over in Long Beach a couple weeks ago, and
yes. That's an easy one to answer.
I am so muted. I am so muted.
I'm sorry, I got too many people. Now I gotta hit a mute. The 5-Star Comics was my store that I had in Los Angeles. I had the store for about 3 years. It was in 2 different locations. It was a comic book store. We also had action figures, videos, T-shirts, collectibles, all kinds of statues. A really, really cool store, and about once a month I would have somebody there signing autographs. I had a ton of fun there. Had big stars, Trish Stratus, Batista, everybody was there. Kane, Chris Benoit, I remember Spike Dudley and Chavo Guerrero, and just, living in Los Angeles, it was pretty often that somebody would be coming through town and we'd just work it out. Stacy Keibler was there. Also Tori Wilson, and Bret the Hitman Hart, Dusty Rhodes, Bobby Heenan. We really had a lot of stars go through there. It was a really good time. I should have ran a video camera back then. That'd make a hell of a RVD TV segment right now showing all that. But the store, physical location went under, and it's no longer there, Donnelly. We've been trying to get the word out to stop people from trying to make the trips out there, but that's actually why it went under, because people didn't know if it was there or not. All the product is still available. It's on my website now at robvandam.com, and we still have all the stuff we're selling at the store is no longer there. You can't visit the location, and there's an episode on that on RVD TV where we did go inside the store when Rey Mysterio was signing there, and you get to see how cool the store was. I had autographed ceiling tiles, and I had like Booker T's trunks and gloves and a pair of Sabu's pants, and it was a really good setup. But unfortunately, you missed it, Donnelly. It's gone.
Are you still living in L.A.?
Yes, I am. I'm in Los Angeles as well, so I'm feeling the same weather you are for Christmas.
Well, I was wondering also, since you just mentioned that you were a rap fan, I'm actually gearing up to shoot this music video for this rapper from Seattle, Washington named Type. He's an old school, high concept song, like Beastie Boys kind of style hip-hop artist, and we're looking to do a video that parodies. You ever seen that movie No Retreat, No Surrender?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Only about 100 times.
Come on. So the training montage with the black guy. We want to do a parody of that, and we'd love to have you basically be the one who's, training the guy.
Right. You mean like Bruce Lee trained the kid?
No. Well, not the Bruce Lee thing. Basically, just like when we had the black friend, basically just like helping him train. You know, like basically sitting on his lap and just like.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how to where to go from here. I guess I could talk to you about it. You know what? Send me an email on MySpace. That's what we'll do. MySpace.com/5starcomics. It's the number 5. Send me an email. I'll remember talking to you, and I'll check it out, and we'll go from there. How's that sound? Awesome. All right, dude. Well, anyway, happy holidays, Donnelly. Thanks for calling from L.A. Awesome getting a local call here. Oh, did Officer X hang up? No, he didn't. Okay, so that's...
Hey, Rob? I'm here.
Yeah, wait, I hear you, Officer X, and I think I hear Nikki Heyman calling me.
Yeah, Rob. I'm sorry, man. I need to jump off of here since I'm home. I want to spend a little more time with my folks, but I wanted to at least drop in and say Merry Christmas.
Okay, we're glad you did, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Miss.
Awesome. Oh,
You muted her.
I know. She's probably still talking. She doesn't know I muted her. I'm
Nikki.
sorry. It's my timing thing, dude. I don't know. So awesome.
There's another 3.
Is that a different one? It's the same. Sonya trying to use the switchboard for the first time. Yeah.
The information's not there.
Okay.
Give Nikki a minute.
All right. So yeah, we'll do it again next week. And since I don't have an RVD TV clip to go to, I'm going to go to my favorite soundbite, the extended version of the Deadwood clip, which will buy me about 20 seconds to get a drink of water and fire something. Yeah. Officer X, are you with me?
I'm with you, bro.
Awesome, dude. So, is there like a big difference around holidays, like in Christmas and New Year's, as far as like crime, or is your work like basically like about the same, or is there like a ton more shit, like people out there shoplifting, getting in car accidents because there's too many people out? Is it all crazy and stressful for you and your job?
No, you know what it is? There's some more shoplifting. There's a little more of that. There's a little more of the car stuff because people are just driving like lunatics because they have to get to the store to get the last PlayStation. And more than anything else, there's a lot of people that are just depressed and want to kill themselves and stuff like that. That goes on all the time at the holidays, you know.
Wow, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's happening a lot more this year with the economy and the shithole and everything. I'm sure that suicide rates and depression overall has got to be up. I mean, everybody that I talk to, I got friends all over the country, and they all seem to think they're the only ones, but they come to me and talking about, oh, my God, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. I mean, how many friends do we have, baby?
Hey, let me call you right back, buddy.
Hey, you're not, some kind of emergency. Officer X is leaving the air.
Ridiculous.
Boom. Last week Officer X found a missing kid while he was on RVD Radio.
I know, that's crazy.
He's working. Now, that's a fan, I have no doubt that while he's patrolling in his car, he's got a little miniature TV with Raw playing on Monday.
I bet you're right.
He's crazy. So, what was I talking about, baby?
Suicide rates and Christmas?
Yeah, I got friends that, of course, people need help, if they need help. If I can help them, I'll help them. But everywhere, and so many times I end up telling my friends, dude, I'm hearing the same thing from everybody because economy sucks, and people are talking about, I owe so much money, don't know how I'm going to pay my rent, work sucks, blah, blah, blah. That's everywhere, though,
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere, so it's like, fuck it, ride it out, shit, everyone's dealing with the same shit, and it doesn't look like overall that the country's going to get any better in the real near future. I mean, most predictions seem to say that in 2009 that the housing values are going to continue to plummet, and that the banks are going to continue to worsen, and that seems to be the predictions for us in 2009. But from our own personal perspective, having been sitting home and turning away work for most of the last year, and just knowing in 2009 that, you know, some of these projects that I've been waiting for are going to take off, that's enough to know that, you know, the equation has changed, so we're not in the same factor. 2009 is going to rock. Nikki, I saw earlier Blog Talk Radio producer Nikki, which, actually, wait, she left. She said that, you know, she's got a political show, and I don't know, she has a bunch of shows besides ours. I wanted to ask her what she knew, what her insight was, and if she talked about that on her shows. But she took off because I asked her to call somebody for me.
You better call somebody.
You better call. Awesome. All right. Well, shit. Harry Slash.
What up, Slash?
Yo!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Sonia.
Dude, we want to know next week, are you going to be home? Are we wasting our time by doing a show on New Year's Eve? Are you going to go out, or are we going to...
I don't go out New Year's Eve. That's amateur night.
You've always said that.
Yeah, I worked in clubs for so many years that I've actually grown to hate New Year's Eve, and like the last few years, I make it a point of going to sleep at 11:30.
Wow, we don't mean to do that, but a couple of years in a row we've passed out about 10 o'clock, and
we smoke ourselves into a stupor.
Yeah.
That's what I do here on the East Coast. Put on a good flick like Dogma, Gangs of New York, something cool, zone out, and just tune it out, because that whole hoopla, the Times Square thing, pisses me off, seeing so much money pissed away when we got people living in the fucking streets.
Yes.
Honestly.
I'm with you on that.
You know, okay, so we see a ball drop, and wow, confetti, and we drink, and the next day you get up and you're sick, and you just lose, like, that whole day has gone to waste, and what's the big deal? It's like one calendar day to another. I understand a change. It's time for something new. But it doesn't mean go out and act like a drunken idiot, and that's what it's turned into, in my opinion. I don't want to have anything to do with that, especially not here in New York.
It costs so much money for all that confetti, too, and for the ball to drop and all the lights and the fucking, the little whistlers and whatever you call those party things you blow in. So much money, and the party hats and all that. But that's one thing, you know, no matter how hard times get with people, with the economy and everything, they'll always find some way to party. And it's, you know, I mean, I'm all about positive energy, you know that. So if you find something that lifts your energy, then, you know, I say go for it. But at the same time, oh, my God, what a huge expenditure. It's like 4th of July all over again on New Year's Eve. I got a caller on RVD Radio calling from Michigan, Bombay, Michigan. What's up, Sabu?
Hey, what's up, Rob?
You, sir, are on RVD Radio. Explain to me how that makes you feel.
Makes you feel great.
Awesome, dude. Right on, man. Happy holidays.
You too. Nothing else our brother.
Aha. Say that again?
Nothing about a brother.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for Christmas?
What's that?
I said, are you ready for Christmas?
Yes.
Yay. How about New Year's? You got big plans for New Year's?
Yes. I'm coming out to L.A.
Sweet. I live in L.A. As does SVD. Sabu says it's coming out for New Year's, baby.
Sweet.
Yay. We'll sing that depressing May All the Good Times Be Forgotten song. Whatever the hell it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Fine.
Hey, Sabu, do you remember going to that movie premiere, Bigger, Stronger, Faster?
Yes.
Yes, that was an awesome movie, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Harry Slash, when you want to rent a good movie on New Year's Eve, instead of getting Dogma this year, get Bigger, Stronger, Faster, Side Effect of Being an American.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys talking about that before. It sounds really interesting.
Sabu, I don't know if you liked it as much as I did, but I can't put it over enough. Like, everyone that I talk to about it, I tell them it's definitely one of the best documentaries I've seen. I put it up against Michael Moore's movies about fast food or health care plan or whatever that one was that sent him off the charts. I don't remember what it was, but that's
Roger and Me.
Okay, Roger Rabbit. But if you were, I don't know.
Roger and Me.
Is that the Michael Moore movie?
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Out of Detroit.
Oh, okay. Well, how would you say that the Bigger, Stronger, Faster is just as good as that? Is that
No.
shit?
No, but that's your opinion. My
right.
opinion.
That's why I was asking for yours. Right
but
on.
it was good. It was good.
Right on. Well, Officer X just watched the movie yesterday and called to tell me about it, and I don't think he was aware that Michael Bell had just passed away last week.
Yeah, that's too bad. I feel sorry for his family.
Yeah. Do you remember Mike Bell being around in the old ECW days?
I do now.
Okay, yeah. He was just a really good guy, and he would bust his ass. And he lived in Poughkeepsie, so he would show up and help set the ring up and help work out. And he's one of those guys always, and we would try and get Paul to give him a match, whenever he could. And, yep, really good guy. And I'm glad that they caught his life and his story in that movie with Bigger, Stronger, Faster, because, that's just a hell of a thing to have. WWE did a documentary on me, a smaller one. It was for that TV show they did, that Confidential, that they used to do on WWE, and they have this before they were superstars, where they go back and show some of the growing up, part of some of the wrestlers. They did that on me, and I'm, really thankful to have that, because it was just a really nice piece. They show me as a little kid, pictures of me as a baby. They interviewed my mom and dad, and it's just a really cool little thing to have, with Mad Dog Mike Bell having just passed away and having his life story cut so short. I'm really glad that that his story got documented in that movie, Definitely glad. So I went to the services, by the way, which were good service. It was nice. Everyone had some good stuff to talk about him, and his mom and dad are such good people. So, baby, we have 23 minutes left, and
it goes so fast.
I know. This was going to be our last show for the year, but we're coming back, right, next week?
Yeah, I think we should.
Right.
We can do the show, and I can still get ready and go out in time.
In case we do go out, which we might not. Sabu, big plans for New Year's? Are you going out? Fuck no, right? Are you going to hang out with the clowns?
Yeah, I'm coming out to L.A.
Oh, that's right, dude. Remember? You just told me that.
Yeah.
Weren't you supposed to party with the clowns, or did you do that last week?
I did it last week.
Oh, okay.
It was a disappointment.
Was it? Okay, we were just talking about them before you came on. I can't even remember how they came up, but talking about the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, they were disappointment.
Big disappointment. All right. Well, shit, baby. Are you ready for that contest?
What contest was that?
We don't have a contest. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out. Let's go back to Eric from RVD TV. What's up, Eric? Have you tuned out? Are you listening to this while you're getting work done on the website? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I am. I was actually, I had you on speaker, and I'm thinking you're on speaker. Okay, I'm on speaker.
Right on. Pretty mellow show tonight. I didn't book very many guests. Usually I have so many guests that the whole time from beginning to end, I'm trying to get everybody in, and everyone's talking over each other, and it's always fun. And we flew on by. This one's a little bit more mellow, as the Blog Talk Radio producers, Nikki and Big Buff Brett, warned me in advance that it'd be a little bit more mellow. So we're chilling, and this allows for much more personal, up-close time with the host of RVD Radio. Yeah, dude. So the website, robvandam.com, is going to have a message board. Are we going to do that, Eric? The message board, so that people that are watchers and are also just fans can log on.
Absolutely,
motherfucker.
Absolutely. We're gonna have the ability. Everybody's gonna have a chance to put their 2 cents in. If you're a member or not, you're gonna be able to sign up on the forums and express your feelings about topics of RVD TV shows and all that good stuff. So
everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
Hey, he plugged Blockbuster Movie. What are you going to do?
Hey, I also have this one, which you've never heard.
Warning. This call is being monitored by the telephone company and is being traced to your number. Prosecution to the full extent of the law could result by continued abuse of this telephone number. You have been warned.
You have been served.
Who stole the fucking dope? RVD, motherfucker!
There we go.
That's right, Daddy.
That's right, Daddy.
Yeah.
There.
Well, what? No, Fonzie's gone. Is that what you said?
Oh,
we got Harry Slash on the line, and we got Eric from RVD TV on the line. And you know what? I'm going to unmute Marcelina from Australia. Welcome back, Marcelina. Cheers.
Thank you, darling. It's been great listening to your show.
Well, thank you. We have a lot of fun on the show. The response to your voice is pretty overwhelming on the chat board. Everyone's fascinated with your accent.
Oh, look, if I could share my accent with the entire world, I would.
Well, I guess it's the thought that counts. That could be your Christmas gift, buddy.
Exactly.
Australia.
Sabu, talk to Marcelina from Australia. She's not from Melbourne, but she was born there, all right?
Hi, Sabu. How are you?
Where you live at now?
I'm living 2 hours north of Sydney.
Sydney. I know Sydney. Sydney's one of my
Have you been
towns.
to Sydney?
What's that?
You've been to Sydney?
Yeah, I've been everywhere. All over
many
Australia.
We've been everywhere many times, including Sydney. But I get confused, and Sonia, I know you know this. Last time we went to Melbourne, right? Yes. But Sydney's the one that is south that has the nicer weather, right?
I've been to Compton, Australia.
You've been to Compton, Australia, and Bombay, Michigan.
Right out of Compton.
Have you guys been to Newcastle?
Negative.
I drank Newcastle.
You've drank in Newcastle.
I've been to Castle.
I've seen an old castle.
Newcastle's a little bit slower paced than Sydney, and it's right on the water, right on the east coast, and it's a little bit warmer. And
okay, but between Melbourne and Sydney, which one is warmer between those two?
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney definitely.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
Sydney definitely.
Okay.
They're all warm.
Last year.
No, they're cold.
Last year, Sabu, you were there.
Yeah, he was there. He knows how cold it was. We froze.
Sabu, remember we did that convention in Australia last year?
Yes.
That was Melbourne, and everybody was saying, that the Sydney was the nicer one to go to because it was fucking cold. Remember that?
Yes.
And it was rainy.
When did you guys come over?
October.
Well, it wasn't
October.
It was like winter.
See, she knows that. I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Dude, yeah, it was so cold. And Jasmine St. Clair was there with us. Remember, Sabu?
Yeah, that little cunt. Yeah.
I doubt that.
How you really feel?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that the point stuff?
How it really feels?
Yeah,
You
dude.
don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to
Porn
hear it.
star.
So when are you guys coming back over again?
No plans of it for me. I don't know about Sabu, but I have no. My only plans of traveling right now are to go, that I can talk about anyway, that are to go to France big wrestling tour in in March, the end of March. Big tour. Sabu hopefully will be on there. I know he wrestles for them, and Chris Masters is going to be there, and should be a lot of fun. We're doing like 11 or 12 shows in a couple of weeks, so we'll be jam on. They are one of those few selective promotions out there that can take care of Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time last time.
Yeah, awesome. Officer X, you're still on the line with us. We need to. What's going on there? Are you
I'm
safe?
here, bro. I'm kind of getting excited, man.
Wait. All right. Well, listen. I don't know what you're watching. Are you watching YouPorn?
No. I'm hard at work keeping the city safe. No. You know what I'm telling you about, though? I think. Of course you don't. I'm just thinking about all the good stuff we got to. We only got a few minutes left, but think about all the adversity they've been throughout this year.
Oh, no doubt about that. That's something that we'll be definitely thankful to put behind us and move forward from. Obviously with us, the biggest adversity for us being the 6 months of chemotherapy and not to mention the whole surgery and just having the whole fucking thing come into our lives. That's pretty much probably what's going to stand out in our mind for 2008, don't you think, baby?
Absolutely.
Pretty big
I
thing.
beat cancer. Hey, that's my claim to fame.
You kicked his ass.
Is Sonya done with her therapy?
Yeah, last week she finished, so that's behind us now, completely done.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm telling you, man, because you were talking about something a few minutes ago, Rob, right? About everyone's calling up. This guy's broke. This is this. The country's at war. It's basically, so what? Everyone's in the same boat. It's about just what are we going to do about it? Just keep trudging forward and have a great fucking year.
That's right, man. I always tell people that they're trying to call me talking about, how bummed out they are because their day's shitty or whatever. I think any day that you wake up is a good day.
That's right.
Yeah, you're not. There's no such thing as a bad day. It's all just how you take it, Right out of the gate tonight, I had to go to the hospital do something. Where I seen this poor lady, she lost her arms, both her arms from the, her hands from the wrist down.
Wow.
I'm having no hands. I'm having a great day. I got 2 hands, 2 feet, half a brain. What else can I want,
Ooh, yeah, you got, what'd you say, half a brain, what?
2 hands, 2 feet, half a brain. What else do I need?
You know what you need? You need to share with us DDP's 90% living. Let's hear it from you right here. Because it's something you sent me an email, and I really liked it. And, Sonya, you might like this, too. It's even though it came from DDP. And, bang!
I don't have any.
I know, I'm just joking. Hey, how's that go, though, Officer X, so that we know we're hearing it right?
Life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you react to it.
Ooh, I like that.
Isn't that awesome?
That is good.
That's so true, too.
Sonya, look at it in your own thing. You had 2 choices to make, whether to fight this thing or whether to be a sad sack, and you chose to be positive, and you chose to just march through. Just think, you could have said, oh, I feel like shit, this isn't fair, why me? When shitty things happen to me, I never say why me, I say why not me. I'm just,
Yeah, that's exactly, I've heard those exact words come out of Sonya's mouth, she's like, why not me? It's 1 in every 3 females, it happens to a lot of people, and why not me? Could be me next, that's exactly right. You can spend a lot of time worrying and crying about why me, and of course we call that, the self-pity, the poor me syndrome, trying to take other people's energy down with you because you don't have any energy yourself. Sonya did not take that approach whatsoever from the get-go. She was like, why not me? At first she was like, wait, me? How the fuck? And then once we found out, yeah, it could be anybody, then she adjusted to that. She's like, wow, yeah, could be me, could be you.
I don't know about...
Go.
Hey, wherever you can.
Hey, this is my show, RVD, motherfucker. Hold on, because we only got a few minutes left, and we got a question here for Sabu. If that's all right with you, Sabu, talk to my man, RVD Radio free listener Dez. You're on with Sabu.
Hey, Sabu, happy holidays.
Good to you.
Hey, a couple things. I agree with you there. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
That's a good way to put it, too.
Exactly.
One more time.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So if there's something wrong, you get up off your ass and you go take care of it. Very simple.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's cancer, or it doesn't matter if it's unemployment or income or any of those other things. You just do your shit and you get it done.
That's what I always thought.
You know, I went through these training programs years ago, and they say that a child hears the word no 180,000 times by the time he's 18 years old. So now it's time to start telling yourself yes and just get up and do it.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty strong, man.
The reason I called that... Pardon?
Lots of logic there.
I could go on for hours, but you don't have it. The reason I called back is I wanted to mention to Sabu that I started watching wrestling late 60s, early 70s. And there's a website called Steel Belt Wrestling that goes way back into the 60s and 70s. And I'm looking at wrestling cards here with a Sheik on it that my grandfather used to take me to in the 60s.
Right.
And this is, I can't tell you how many times I've seen the Sheik live, either in Buffalo or Niagara Falls or Toronto. I'm just blown away by all of this stuff. It's just amazing.
He's the man.
Yeah. You know, you're talking about free thinkers. One of the things I wanted to say earlier is the other free thinker that I've always modeled my life after was Frank Zappa. Was another guy that said, this is what I do, this is what I'm going to say, this is who I am, and they just do it.
And this is what I'm going to name my kid.
Right. Take it for what I am. Take it for what I am.
Well,
what's the deal with that? Frank Zappa's kids are Moon Zappa. And
hang on a second.
There's a Des. Frank Zappa has a daughter named Moon, right?
Moon Unit.
Moon Unit. And who else we got in the family?
Weasel.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, okay, so that's Merry Christmas.
I don't think that has a whole lot to do with the storyline, but nonetheless.
Merry Christmas to the Zappa family.
Well,
You're listening.
Watch out who you say it to. They might sue you right now.
I don't need that. They can go after blogtalkradio.com. That's part of our agreement ahead in advance. They're going to take care of that shit. They might not know it. So sweet, man. We're down, baby, to the last 6 minutes of the show.
Wow.
Officer X, you will be pleased to know that after this segment of RVD Radio, Medium Rob is coming over to the Costa de Van Dam's, and we're going to have a hell of a 5-star workout in the Van Dam Gymnasium, and it's going to go up Friday is this weekend's episode of RVD TV at robvandam.com.
Hey, Sonia, can you film some of that? We gotta get those two having some sort of a contest.
Yeah, I can film it.
Hey, I hear myself in the background. Is that you, Officer X? You got a radio and a phone?
No, I'm in a car. But I'll tell you,
This weekend's episode of RVD TV.
I'm going to go through and mute one by one. And
RVD, motherfucker.
Oh, I bet it's Sabu. There, it stopped. It was Sabu. Big surprise. Remember when his dogs were barking?
Yes.
The whole time? See, let's get some more feedback. Sabu, what up, brother?
What's that?
How you feeling?
Good. Real good. I've been off opiates for 5 days.
You better tell your speech that.
That.
Huh?
What?
I said you better tell your lips that.
I'm trying to.
You're trying to tell your lips?
Well,
Okay.
I just woke up.
Okay. That sounds to be the case, indeed. So, awesome. So, we're Eric from RVD TV. You're one of our full-time guest on today's show. You too, my friend, will be pleased to know I'll be sending you over Friday night's video tonight. Unless you're not going to work on it till tomorrow, then I'll wait till tomorrow anyway. But we're going to do some buys and tries. I'm going to show you a new way to do them that I haven't shown before. Send it over to Eric, who posted up, and that quick on Friday. Tune into RobVanDam.com and watch Rob Van Dam and Medium Rob's 5-star Christmas workout, baby.
Hey, when are we going to have Medium Rob on the show?
On this show, he doesn't speak English. You know that.
He could be the Chinese interpreter.
That's true.
He's not Chinese.
He actually might be listening. He said he was going to listen to tonight's show. I don't know.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Medium Rob.
Awesome.
Let's have a crow-off contest. Medium Rob versus RVD. SVD on the camera.
We've already got a thing going on with Medium Rob. He's going to take on one of Rob's crazier friends, Triple D. He's batshit crazy. And I can't wait to see that because my money's on Medium Rob, personally.
Medium Rob will kill him.
Yeah, this is something, I know you and Medium Rob have gone back and forth a little bit, and Officer X, but with Dave DeFalco and him, that's even so much juicier. We have so much more fun trying to instigate because Dave has been taking these boxing lessons and stuff, and he's like, oh, are you kidding me? He couldn't be in the ring with me. He's too small. And Medium Rob pounds that heavy bag, and he's young and hungry and ready to go. He's like, hell yeah, well, he wants to feel what it's like to get punched in the face anyway. He's still
young and hungry.
Yeah. And
yeah.
so that's on a future RVD TV episode for sure.
For sure.
My money's on Medium Rob.
He does hear Medium Rob.
Yeah, for sure. And also, Officer X, I'm going to take you up on your recommendation, and someday soon, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to get a hold of DDP and see if I can't go up there with the camera and maybe try a little bit of his yoga for RVD TV episode. How would that be?
You're going to love it, man.
I love yoga. It's one of my new favorite things. It's just an amazing workout. But it all depends on your teacher because I've tried it in numerous times in years past, and I just couldn't get behind it because the teacher honestly sucked. But
Yoda is probably my favorite Star Wars action figure.
Yoga.
Oh.
God.
Yoda, man. Shit. Awesome. Merry Christmas, baby.
Merry Christmas, baby.
We've only got about
2 minutes remaining. That chick with the cool British accent's going to come on the air soon. 50 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they hear that. You guys don't hear that when she gives the countdown, do you?
No. No.
Oh, I didn't think so. All right.
Got a sexy
Hey, you get all your gifts wrapped, Sonia?
What's that?
All the Christmas gifts wrapped?
Oh, for sure. Everything's done except for the turkey.
She's so on it. Honestly, she's so on it. They're all. She's way, way ahead. She started Christmas shopping super early this year too. Like
August.
Yeah, that's pretty early. I started yesterday.
I find things on a good deal, so I'll buy it and I'll hide it away and hold it for Christmas.
And there you go. All right.
Deal starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a little bit late to be starting Christmas shopping, but we
when you start.
We have run out of time. Bitch is telling me that we're gonna go, and this was a Christmas special, and we talked about New Year's resolutions. So now you got a whole week to come up with another one and think about it. Merry Christmas, Nikki Starr. Happy holidays to Harry Slash and to Fonzie and to Marcelina from Australia and to Eric from RVD TV and I feel like I'm in Sabu. Happy holidays. I feel like I'm saying prayers. God bless Sonia and Zena.
You sound like the Christmas Carol. And God bless us, everyone.
Every one of us. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, only thing I got to plug is this.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show!
What is?
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Exterminator! stop the needle. Run back down. The whole fucking show. Run back down. The whole fucking show. I can't got such your brain. Stick your skull crack. You can stop the trend of your brain. Stick your skull crack. Run back down. The whole fucking show. Run back down. The whole fucking show. I will fly high. 5-star frog splash. You can't stop me. 5-star frog splash. Run back down. The whole fucking show. Run back down. The whole fucking show. It's all about the yin and the yang. The balance, the power, the zen. You can't stop the yin and the yang. The balance, the power, the zen. Run back down. The whole fucking show. Run back down. The whole fucking show. I will levitate. Flip, kick you in the yam.